Da-da-ba-ba. Right, so hopefully Lethamyr will get... That's a decent thing, that's probably acceptable. 100 is not the absolute best he could have got, but it's a good one. It's a definitely a good one. I think, okay, this time Sebadam is going to be playing in the Octane. He's a player who has switched in the past between Octane and Dominus. That was a pretty interesting shot by Sebadam right there. Lethamyr just leaving the ball to get the boost, but it seems like that's going to work out. Let me turn up the audio. I forgot once again to put the audio up. There we go. Right. But I do actually like Sebadam's Octane play. I was talking about this really briefly at the start right there. When I first saw Sebadam playing, he was a Dominus player. And then when he switched to Octane, it kind of made him play a lot faster, if I'm not mistaken. He was already a pretty fast player, and I think you guys are going to see that. Oh, nobody picked up that boost. That's a bit of a misplay by both players. Lethamyr had plenty boost, but of course you should be taking away the boost from the opponent in most situations. Good save by Sebadam. Staying inside the goal there so that he could always be driving forward at the ball no matter where Lethamyr shot it. That aerial is leaving much to be desired though. Should be a goal for Lethamyr on the counter-attack, and it is. Party X, Dirty Dan, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate that, man. Welcome to the channel. So yeah, bit of a risky play by Sebadam. Going up for an aerial in the opposition corner when the other player is there to defend his goal is almost always a bad play in 1v1. Just because it's far too risky. It's not going to work as often as it doesn't work. Oh, and again, Sebadam, the same mistake as last time. He's up in the corner for an aerial. His first shot also was the initial mistake here. The fact that Sebadam hit the crossbar is not a bad thing in itself, because doing ground shots to the crossbar in 1v1 can draw out a misplay from your opponent, so that's fine. But Sebadam's mistake was hitting the crossbar at the far post. That's definitely a misplay. Boost steal though, he even stole the small boost. Lethamyr could be in trouble here. Gets a decent 50-50. Again, Sebadam stealing even the small boost. Lethamyr is completely starved. Oh, he's got a little bit. That's all he had though. But good job by Lethamyr, just keeping the ball away from danger long enough for him to get that side corner boost. Okay, Lethamyr not opting into a shot right there. I'm actually quite surprised that he didn't just try and pop the ball across the goal, because right now we're seeing what can happen when you do pop the ball across the goal. Is basically what Sebadam was trying to do to Lethamyr is control both of the corner boosts for long enough that he can just get a shot on a Lethamyr who doesn't have any boost left. And now we're seeing Lethamyr do that to Sebadam. So he's just getting across the goal, taking both the corner boosts. He missed a touch out there. He was trying to pass it middle to himself. Oh, Sebadam's done it for him. So Sebadam 3 times now passing the ball to Lethamyr. He's mishitting the ball quite frequently. Right there, he just air rolled forward into the shot before flipping. Not very good mechanically by Sebadam right there. I would definitely expect more from him as the series goes on. That's a good fake by Seb. He's set up an opportunity for a ground shot. I don't expect him to go up for that though. In front of Lethamyr's goal. Opting into 50-50s. Oh, Sebadam's beamed it again. Yeah, like I was going to say though, opting into 50-50s with the goalkeeper in a 1v1 is not a very good idea. Yeah, Sebadam just misreading that. I don't know why he was even going for a double jump right there. I think he's just playing a little bit tilted at the moment. Getting a little bit nervous. He's just getting warmed up though. Sebadam's still a very good player. He's currently like ranked 15th or something in the 1v1 leaderboard, and Lethamyr's ranked 10th. So they're both extremely high on the leaderboard. And playing cross server, Lethamyr with a minor ping disadvantage, but both of them with green ping. And Sebadam finally getting on the board. Lethamyr not respecting the shot. Maybe he didn't think that Seb had the angle. We're going to watch this one, see what Lethamyr saw. Yeah, he did not think that Sebadam was going to get around that ball and get the angle. But you've always got to be so careful. High level players are really good at shooting from that corner area. Alright, Sebadam, another fake kickoff. He did one on the diagonal face-off, which I like, but I don't like doing fake kickoffs on the variation that we just saw, because it's a little bit too obvious, I find. Will this be uploaded at Christmas? This will be uploaded, this video, probably around about 6th December, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, Sebadam not getting the best clear, but Lethamyr missed the open net. Both players making misplays here. Oh, and Lethamyr getting on the much better end of this exchange. Not only with the goal lead, but also the boost control and the ball. So he's pretty much got everything right now. Oh, it's so risky for Sebadam to go for that. We're going to see which side he respawns on. Far post. It's It's probably a good thing for him because he's got a better line of attack to challenge the ball. Oh, he's gonna side flip the wrong way. Oh no, I can't look. Sebadam not playing very well right now. He tried to... Oh, Sebadam saying he can't move on kickoff. Huh. Weird. I've never heard of that. Anybody else in chat had that problem where you can't move on kickoff? That's very strange. But yeah, that side flip right there was nothing to do with kickoff out. Sebadam's just not getting the hits that he wants right now. He's passed the ball straight to Lethamyr for 3 of the goals, and he's just well, 4 of the goals actually. That was just another straight up conceding of possession for no reason. Car unresponsive restart. Huh. You should have practiced for 11 minutes. Oh no. If you're in the middle of typing something you can't move. Oh no, you can't move again? What? This is really weird if it's actually true. Lethamyr's going to give Sebadam the possession here, because apparently Sebadam can't move on face-offs. That's really weird. I've never heard of this problem before. But either way, like, even if we take kickoffs out of the equation, Sebadam has not been playing very well. I like that Lethamyr just kept on going without the boost here. Not going to work out for him though, because he took too long to do anything at all. Yeah, Lethamyr did not think the Sebadam were just going to bomb rush him, and that's exactly what happened. When you write something before kickoff in chat, it turns into being stationary. Huh. Both players agreed to a restart. Top meme. Yeah, Sebadam, like I said, there was 4 goals of Lethamyr's where Sebadam giving away the possession, so this is not a excusable loss for him by any means. Oh dear, and he's not getting in a good position to defend again. His front flip taking him much too close to the goal. Yeah, he did not need to flip right there. That was a misplay. Just landing right underneath the ball. He was already going close to Supersonic. I'm not sure why he front flipped, because obviously when you front flip you commit to wherever you're going to land. You can't stop moving forward after you front flip. You can obviously turn it into a reverse half flip and start boosting the opposite direction, but you're still going to have a ton of momentum when you land if you flip forward with that much speed to begin with. Sebadam is drunk? I certainly hope so. He's underage. I certainly hope not, rather. Tell Sebadam to check his keybinds. I'm sure that, well, I've got a feeling that it's just something that will go away. I certainly hope not. Or I certainly hope it's not going to continue. Am I going to Amsterdam? Absolutely. I just bought my flights yesterday, in fact. £200 round trip. Edinburgh to Amsterdam. Here we come. The Sebadam, I definitely expect to see a better performance from him in the games to follow. This is not the Sebadam I'm used to seeing. Just not getting confident hits on the ball at all. Very much just giving away possession because he's, you know, missing or miss-hitting. Can you ask him if he's drunk? Nah, I don't want to tilt him. We'll just very quickly forget that that game happened for, very quickly forget that that game happened for the sake of Sebadam. Now Sebadam's gonna restart Rocket League. He says that that was his warm-up game. Sebadamsterdam, that would have been a good one had he made it. Who's the best in North America? Shogun, obviously. It's £200 round trip. Yeah, it's pretty good, especially so late. Hey, Mr. C-Dog, glad to have you here, man. Hope you enjoy your stay. Excuse me. Right, so Sebadam is back in. He's just given Rocket League a quick restart. Now he says it's time to annihilate. That's what I like to hear. The confidence going into game 2. Oh, I forgot to make a overlay thingy. Wait a minute. We've got the Chronovi vs Jazer one is still there. Let me fix that. There we go. Lethamyr 1, Sebadam 0. Very, very comfortable. Very, very comfortable win for Lethamyr. Sebadam will need to pick up his game. He needs to just hit the ball a lot more cleanly is the main thing he needs to do. Just start getting solid hits. Especially from the air, because aerials he was not even close to getting the hits that he wanted. I'm close to 20k on YouTube. Yep, I'm 19 19,050 or 950, I believe. Probably gonna get 20k today. That's pretty awesome. I spoiled the video. Spoiled what video? Wait, what did I do? What did I do that spoiled it? I'm so confused. How could I spoil a video? Oh, oh yeah, I did. I mean, oh, but this is my live stream. I expected everybody to already know. Of course I... Rip. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I just realized what I did. That's pretty funny. I'm sorry for spoiling the video, but I imagine most people who are here already saw it happen live. And again, Sebadam just completely missing the ball. This is very, very strange to see this happening from Sebadam. Just again, not even coming close to doing what he wanted to do. Am I making a 20k video? Nah, I'm not, because I've already like got a backlog of 20 videos. Kronobi 3-0 against Jazer, thanks Johnny. Ah, well what if it was a lie? What if I knew that people were going to think that I'd spoiled the video? And I did that to trick you all. Haha. Yeah, you didn't think about that one though. Again, Sebadam missing on the bounce shot, just hitting the ball too early. I'm not sure what's happening to Sebadam today, but he's not getting the hits that he wants. And right now, what I'm seeing is, when he's to the side of the ball, he's using too much boost, like, in the approach. So he ends up, like, he wants to get right diagonal to the ball and then flip into it while boosting, because obviously that gives the shot more power. But what he's doing is he's, you know, driving beside the ball. Oh, and he's done it again. He's just getting beside the ball and boosting past it and then flipping. Like, hopefully we'll get to see it, what's happening here. He gets beside the ball, then he's boosting too fast. I think this is just massive tilt for Sebadam. Oh no, and he's not moving on the face-off again. That's not good. It's a decent save though. He's got to watch out for the second shot. Lethamyr is going to stick around for it, but not much boost on Lethamyr. This should be a goal for Sebadam. And finally, he manages to get a good enough hit from the side. There you go. Finally, Sebadam able to get a good hit from the side. He just air rolled slightly and got a side flip. He wasn't taking a risk doing anything mechanically intensive. Your little brother's in the final stage of cancer. His last wish was to watch Kronobi where Jazer best of 5 and I spoiled it for him. I'm sorry, man. It's a great first play. Great first shot right there by Lethamyr. Good save by Sebadam. Lethamyr was trying to put the ball behind Seb, but Sebadam just held his ground. He did not lunge across the goal, as lots of other people would have done. But the play by Lethamyr to just hit Sebadam's crossbar was a good one. Nearly getting an equalizer was Sebadam right there. There's a great chance for him though. He's in a fantastic position. So many options. Should be a goal. Oh, he's hit the post and he's in the net. That's not good. Oh no, Sebadam's beating all over the place. He's still got the possession though. Oh no, never mind. Oh, that's painful. Sebadam is just not playing very well. Wait, what a save! Or, hold on. Sebadam didn't get a save for that? He got a clear ball. Lethamyr nearly got on the end of a pretty decent rebound. Oh, that's painful though. Sebadam's just not getting the hits that he wants. I feel like the two biggest things that he's doing wrong is, number one, he's not letting go of his joystick when he goes for a power shot. And what I mean by that is, when you go for a power shot in Rocket League, you should be, like, if you think about the input of the double jump on the whatever button you've got your jump key on, there's a small delay between those inputs. You should be letting go of your joystick for that duration of time. And the reason for that is because if you don't, then your car is going to air roll forward slightly, because we're assuming that you're going to be front flipping into the ball, so you're going to air roll forward right after you jump, and then when you front flip, there's a chance that your car won't get the hit with the nose of the ball, like the, you know, the ball's here, you're not going to hit it with your nose, you're going to air roll forward and come into the shot with the roof of your car. There we go, much better from Sebadam. Power shot with the nose. But if you find yourself kind of air rolling forward into those shots, just make sure to let go of your joystick for the exact same amount of time that you would, you know, use to double tap. So it's pretty much just like you're holding forward if you're driving forward, and then you know, like go double tap and then throw it up again for your second jump. Like, be very deliberate about like throwing the joystick forward and hitting that dodge button at the exact same moment. Yeah. Oh no, Chelsea rip. That was not even close. But Sebadam's looking a lot better now. Well, I've been talking about that. He's finally hitting his shots, and look at the difference right now. Every single touch right now is a power shot for Sebadam. That's just way better than what we saw earlier. There we go, holding on to his... he not holding forward in the joystick until the last second when he goes for that dodge. Then we see him slamming the ball with the powerful surface of the Octane. So there you go, that's different. That's a mistake number 1. Fixed for Sebadam. Oh, that's a really good shot by Lethamyr. Seb thought it was in. But yeah, the second mistake for Sebadam was just, you know, going for too many shots from tight angles when he should just give up on it. And it seems like he's playing a little bit more safely in that regard as well. He's going to try and... Okay, I thought he might try and cross over that boost pad, catch it when it respawned, but Lethamyr actually picked it up. Chelsea, you're spamming right now. My goodness. Sebadam bringing the aggression, but Lethamyr's going to counter that with a bit of his own. Always a good idea to throw bumps into 1v1 because you can properly tilt your opponent by bumping them. And the mental aspect of ones can be really huge. Nice power slide on the wall by Sebadam. Something a lot of players will underuse is their power slide key. That's actually just rolled straight in, double bounce off walls, and it's just in. Or it's only gone off one wall, my mistake. Should you order a Domino's pizza or not? I'm gonna say yes, you should. Oh my goodness, the 3x3 emote's like actually better than I expected. All the funny combinations of faces that you can do are just so good. Making me happy? Yeah, you bet. I love it when people are enjoying the emotes. There we go, so Sebadam fixing his biggest problem from game 1 and, you know, early on into game 2, which was, like I said, just missing power shots very, very badly. Now he's hitting those power shots by holding on to his... waiting to... not making sure not to air roll forward, basically, into his shots. And I talked at length about that because that is honestly one of the biggest improvements that a lot of people can make in their Rocket League game. Is just making sure that you don't air roll towards the ball before you flip when you're going for a power shot. You can do like air roll shots by air rolling to the side and then front flipping. But again, it's all about hitting the ball with the front end of your car like that. So basically, point the front end of your car at the ball and then flip. Don't air roll to point the roof of your car at the ball and then flip, because that's not going to give anywhere near as hard of a hitbox. Sebadam left a 12 boost pad for Lethamyr. He is boost starving Lethamyr here, but Lethamyr's not pressured, so Lethamyr's not using the little boost that he does have. And he's able to save up little bits like that. There we go, he's using the boost when he can, just to get the counter attack going. Sebadam going back to his game 1 strategy of pass the ball to Lethamyr and then lose counter attack goals. Have I seen the rocket? What do you mean? For how long can you use your dodge when you jump? It's 1.5 seconds if I'm not mistaken. Oh, the mind games get ruined! Sebadam just getting absolutely wrecked right here. Take a look at what he saw. Oh, he's just so scared of Lethamyr popping the ball that he pre-jumped like crazy, and now he's like throwing the camera back and forth. He is not happy with himself, and he's stuck on the kickoff again. Oh no, Sebadam. That is not what I like to see. Oh, it's worked! Incredible! The mind games. Lethamyr was just like, I've had enough of your shenanigans. I'm taking a shot, and then Sebadam nearly got a counter attack. Nearly got a successful counter attack. Good bumping by Sebadam, almost opening up the door for another counter attack. Bounce dribble commences. And Sebadam, he tends to go for a lot of those flicks. He just cuts underneath the ball and then he side flips, which is a really, really useful move to have because the recovery time is so fast. Oh, delaying the air dribble. He's kind of like, he faked a fake air dribble right there. Quite interesting.
Here's Johnny.
I want to have your babies. I'm a dude though.
That's going to be a bit of a problem if you want to have my babies, but you're a dude. It's going to be an issue, my friend. But, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the fake air dribble. Because Sebadam, he delayed his boosting. Okay, right there, he did the mistake I was talking about. He air rolled towards the ball, then front flipped, hit it with his roof of his car because he didn't wait. Or he forgot to let go of his joystick. So that seems to be a recurring issue for Sebadam. I'm going to mention it every time I see it. I want to see one of those fake air dribbles though. And what I mean by fake air dribble is he jumps and he doesn't initially start carrying the ball with boosting. He jumps up, and gets underneath the ball. Then he lets go of his boost, so his car like looks like he's going to just fall back down to the ground with the ball. Then he starts boosting after a short delay to carry the ball after, you know, after that short delay that I mentioned. Oh dear, 4-0. This game's really going heavily in Lethamyr's favor. There was a long portion before the third goal went in where Sebadam had a lot of possession, but he just wasn't able to get a goal. I feel like he just needs to start shooting the ball at the near post a lot more. Does Sebadam, because oh no, another kickoff goal. Lethamyr is crushing kickoffs at the moment. Just a very solid kickoff from him and a nice recovery to get round it for the open net finish and shot. And I'm trying to say both of the words simultaneously. Oh dear. Have I got sweaty mix on my stream? I've never had him on my stream. Good read by Seb, but Lethamyr again backing off when he has to. Yeah, I want to see Sebadam shooting the ball at the near post more, because Lethamyr seems to be committing deep into his goal very early. Like, he gets, you know, very much into the goal. Surely this is a goal for Sebadam. Yeah, there we go. But both players looking away because they don't want to look at the explosion, because they're, you know, trying to be cool and all. There's still plenty of time for Sebadam to make the comeback. Of course, 1v1 can be an extremely cruel mistress. Hey, Rookie Tier. Phenomenal name, by the way. Thanks for the subscription, I really appreciate that. And you ordered the pizza and 2 bottles of Dr. Pepper. Fantastic choice, my friend. I love a bit of Dr. Pepper myself. Let's see, what is Sebadam's main strategy going to be to try and turn this game around? Okay, it looks like he's going to continue with the give the ball to Lethamyr and let Lethamyr counter-attack strategy, which has not been working very well for him. I don't know why he keeps going with this one. Personally, I would switch things up a little bit. Try to create some consistent pressure. Lethamyr's getting a lot of turnovers. Like, you know, Sebadam will have pressure, boost control, ball control, plenty of space, and then Lethamyr manages to turn it around without really doing much, because Sebadam just keeps giving him the ball. Sebadam's just going to make Lethamyr work for the turnovers. Another potential turnover just for free. There it is. Absolute free turnover. Lethamyr didn't have to make a save, didn't have to make a challenge. He just got gifted that because Sebadam's not hitting his shots. Okay, there's a much more intuitive move by Seb. He nearly got a goal off that. It was a bit unfortunate with the bounce, honestly. Oh, going for the demo. Couldn't get it this time. And going for the diagonal flips, because they are, of course, the most efficient way to move around the field. Running out of time, though, for Sebadam. Nice shot. Oh, he's getting denied by the post. That's unfortunate. That was a really good shot by Seb. Not going to lie. Did I put R9K mode on? Nah, not right now. The time is just running out. Lethamyr is looking very comfortable in goal. He just seems to, right now, have a decent read on Sebadam's attack. And Sebadam, when he's not hitting his shots, is getting counter-attacked a lot. Like, it seems like his positioning is very all-in. Oh, speaking of counter-attacks, there's a long shot. Lethamyr saying my bad, which he's not wrong. He decided to just pass the ball straight to the middle, where Sebadam was waiting. Definitely not Sebadam's best day at the moment. We'll have to see if he can pick it up like he did in Game 2. Lethamyr has not had to work for these wins. Okay, then another good challenge. These guys are just not attacking very well. The defense has been pretty good for both players, because when they have been there to defend, like when Sebadam's been in his net, he's defended it well. When Lethamyr's been in his net, he's defended it well. But they're just giving each other so many free goals. We have to remember Lethamyr got 2 kickoff goals as well this game, so he's been very solid in that department. And time has definitely run out now for Sebadam. Not clinical enough in attack. Didn't create enough chances, and out of the chances he did create, he didn't take anywhere near enough of them. So this would be Game 3 to Lethamyr in favor of the North American player. But yeah, Sebadam is a very quick player. He's very, very fast, and like somebody in chat just said, he's not even playing at his fastest. You're not wrong. Sebadam's a very quick player. Saying what a game. Yeah, not the best game that I've ever seen out of these guys. I've seen both of these guys perform a lot better than this in the past. So hopefully, for their sake, they can get back to what we're used to seeing. Sebadam's warming up his fingers, warming up his APM, and hurting my eyes in the process. He's not that fast, Sebadam. Yes, he is. He's very fast. Seems like he's still having these issues in kickoff. I've no idea what that is. If anybody knows what that is, be sure to leave me a comment and explain that one, because apparently Sebadam can't move on some of the kickoffs, which is extremely strange. Okay, so right now, Sebadam, his goal should be make Lethamyr outplay him, because Lethamyr has not had to outplay Sebadam for most of the goals that he's scored. He's just had run-ins, free counterattacks and open nets. So there we go, Lethamyr not able to outplay Sebadam, easy tackle in the middle. I really feel like Sebadam's playstyle right now should be less about me outplaying Lethamyr, more about stop Lethamyr from outplaying me, because... Okay, there we go, again, Lethamyr not really showing much proficiency in the way of, you know, creating a chance which Sebadam is shadowing. Another easy tackle for Sebadam. Lethamyr just trying to gain some territory by going for a throw. Lethamyr has done a very good job of flying off walls and following the ball just to get a block 50-50 at the end. This is a promising attack though for Sebadam. That touch is going to end it though. Before that he got a great first touch, popped the ball dangerously, which gave him a quick enough recovery time to attack it a second time. Good turn and challenge. Again, Lethamyr struggling to get the ball past Scrub. When Sebadam, or Scrub, struggling to get the ball past Sebadam, I said. He says he's going to change to Octane after this. Apparently he's not happy with his 50-50s. But I really feel like Sebadam's just given so many free goals this series. So many free goals. That he just has to start trying to give away less free goals. And if he doesn't give away free goals, I feel like this could be his game to lose. Could very much be his game to lose. Kickoff goal for Sebadam. No counter kickoff goal for Lethamyr. Looked like it might be one. Sebadam's going to fly and catch the ball. Just faking a big wall clear, because if you do... Oh, it's a good shot by Sebadam. Nice challenge. Lethamyr again just not respecting Sebadam's ability to come forward. He's had a lot of success challenging Lethamyr in front of his own goal as Sebadam. Lethamyr just turning in no man's land. He didn't want to opt into a 50-50. He was kind of hoping that Sebadam wouldn't just take a shot right there. Then he immediately regretted his decision. Okay, Sebadam's going for the pressure play, but Lethamyr sees that. Steals the boost. Sebadam's going to be so careful right here. Oh, he's staying with the ball though. I like this pressure. Very aggressive play. Just making Lethamyr work for this possession. Lethamyr had to work for that one. He didn't just get a freebie by Sebadam driving away. And the boost starving commences. Is it going to continue? Oh, the wall bump! Lethamyr's gone flying. Sebadam got a little bit fortunate there. He caught Lethamyr jumping, bumped him right as Lethamyr jumped. That's why he went flying off the wall. Is Scrubkilla the fastest player? He's one of the fastest. It's hard to say who the fastest player is. Different players are fast in different areas of the game. Like some players are extremely fast at controlling the ball, some players are extremely fast at, you know, turning a rolling ball into a ground shot. Some players are extremely fast into the air, some players are extremely fast air dribblers off the wall. Speaking of which. So yeah, it depends what kind of play you're asking. Some players are very good at power sliding. There's a lot of different things that you can be good at. Nice timing on the half volley wall clear. That was really nice by Seb. Just perfect timing. His aerials from the side continue to be pretty weak though. Again, shooting far post is not a good idea. I definitely want to see more near post shots by Sebadam when Lethamyr is in the net. And this time actually going for the backflip shot. But he just hits that second dodge, or you know, the only dodge, but the second input on his controller far too soon. He just needs to try and hold that dodge a little bit, hit the ball, then dodge. Yeah, Sebadam definitely needing to shoot to the near post more, just to try and get some continued pressure on Lethamyr, because Lethamyr is very capable in net. He's very good at saving shots. And how do you beat good goalkeepers? You shoot at them multiple times. You make them waste their boost, you make them save the ball into weak positions. If you shoot far post, you're giving the goalkeeper a chance to just run across the goal and collect the ball, and then continue clearing it on the far side. There you go. Nice touch by Sebadam. He's getting a ton of goals this game compared to the last. So I think, I've said before, I think that the new Flip side is the best Rocket League team. that's ever existed. Like the highest peak that a Rocket League team has had. Obviously, flip side with Mike had more achievements and accomplishments. Oh my goodness, the nerd spam. The Sebadam had the chance to get the Brazil going. Unnecessary bottom left or bottom right corner shot right there. He didn't need to shoot this one so accurately, but he did so regardless. My goodness, it seems like these guys, whenever they're losing, they love to throw the camera back and forth. They just love to do that. And this should be another goal for Sebadam. Nice play, faking just to get Lethamyr to back off. He fakes a ground shot right here. That should be a ball that Lethamyr definitely aggresses. That was nice play by Sebadam though. He faked a shot, then Lethamyr tried to back up into a challenge, but Sebadam saw that. I don't know why I'm struggling so much with these guys' names today. But he does get the Brazil, does Sebadam. With a lot of time left, we might see a Bra 8-2L or 8 Ra 2L. How do you do it again? I can't remember. Oh, nice aerial off the wall. That was a pretty good mechanic. Let's check out what Sebadam saw this time. He should have known that Lethamyr could be getting some lift on that ball. He expected Lethamyr to be shooting it straight down into the ground, but with the Dominus, you can kind of get a weird contortion when you do a diagonal flip like that. Get underneath the ball and pop it up in the air more than you would with an Octane. So that was a really, really nice mechanic right there. But again, I have to highlight, when Sebadam is not just giving the ball to Lethamyr, he's looked very good. Oh, nice shot. Right underneath the crossbar. So, Sebadam's main goal for the next game should be to continue this style of play where he's not giving the ball to Lethamyr. He needs to stop trying to shoot the ball into Lethamyr's goal from risky angles and from positions that are not likely to work, and just focus more on keeping the ball away from Lethamyr, because when he does that, he's looked like the player is more in control. Lethamyr did say that he's going to switch to the Octane, which will be interesting to see. Octane being the preferred car for a lot of players. Sebadam is, of course, very good at keeping the ball up, so this could last a while. Lethamyr's not going to help him, though. GG, 2-all in the series. Lethamyr's just changing cars. He'll be back in a second. It's good to see Sebadam kind of redeeming himself, because he's had a couple of horrendous games today. A couple of absolutely horrendous games. But he looks to be back into it now. And I'm going to eat a Kit Kat, because I have Kit Kats. Hey, Achilles in 1998, what up, man?
Pog Chomp Boyello.
Pog Chomp Boyello. Oh, she nearly did it, but got ruined. Wrecked. Oh, I'm trying to open up Kit Kats. You guys get Kit Kats in your countries? Mainly America is the one I want to know about. So now we have the Octane murder match. Will Lethamyr be able to switch up the car and still maintain his he regrets his car change. Maintain his consistency. Do you guys get these things? Product placement. It's like they come in little foil packaging. Yeah, I'm trying to get the foil packaging off to show you. Have a break, have a Kit Kat. Do you guys get these? They're everywhere in America? Oh, cool. Well, savage demo, my goodness. How did that work? I feel like demos happen more when you're in the air than they do. Well, I mean, can you demo someone when you're in the air at a slower speed than you can on the ground? Alright, Sebadam again. Very obvious misplay. Don't need to tell you what went wrong here. He checked where Lethamyr was by the looks of things, but not turning quick enough after checking. So interestingly, Lethamyr says he regrets his car change, and then he scores 3 goals immediately after. So you all have Kit Kats. That's good, because Kit Kats are a pretty cool biscuit. Oh, Lethamyr passes the ball to Sebadam. Sebadam does not take the open goal. which is interesting. Okay, now he takes the open goal. He could have just taken one shot and scored, but he decided to take 3 touches instead. No, we don't need RNK right now. Don't need RNK. Should be equalizer. Yep. Could Lethamyr save this? Let's have a quick lookie. Ooh. Potentially. He could have maybe waited a bit longer. I'm not sure if Lethamyr could have saved that. It's hard to say. Could have been really close. Alright. And now that I've had my I've eaten half a Kit Kat. This game, oh my goodness, the amount of free goals these guys are giving each other is just insane. I don't know what to say anymore. Like, I've already said this so many times, and I just keep seeing the exact same mistake. Everybody's just, oh no, they're so generous. They're just giving each other goals. It's the classic 1v1 move where you just hit the post really hard, then the other player's like, thank you. They walk it across the pitch and score. So right now, will Sebadam do it? Is he going to hit the post really hard? Not this time. He is going to just give the ball to Lethamyr, but at least I think, oh no, he's going to challenge. Well done. There you go. That's a lot better. Lethamyr should have been looking where Sebadam was. Unfortunately for Sebadam, he misses just a little bit. But unfortunately, missing the net by just a little bit is about as bad as missing it entirely. Sometimes worse, because the ball can hit the inside of the post and then go right across the goal into the corner to safety. Oh dear. Oh dear. I don't really know what to say. This is not impressive. So right there, in a very short time frame, we saw pretty much like the highlighted mistakes of this series. Oh, nice power sliding by Sebadam, but right before that we saw him, you know, just being given the ball by Lethamyr. Lethamyr gave Sebadam the ball, and Sebadam missed his power shot, and Lethamyr could get back and save it in time. So I'm not impressed by Sebadam's power shots. For the most part, he's nailed a few of them. Like, he's nailed a lot of them, but he should be nailing every single one at the highest level. And I'm sure he'll be disappointed with himself as well, because you've got to be nailing your power shots. Oh no, don't give up the possession for free. Lethamyr missing the ball and the boost. Nice play. Sebadam actually waiting to see the commit. Excuse me. Waiting to see the commit of Lethamyr before hitting that off the wall. Sebadam missing the power shot again. And Lethamyr giving Sebadam the ball again.
Love your work, Jonathan. Want to see you playing pro within the next year.
You want to see me playing pro? Well, I'm not trying to become a pro player, so that ain't gonna happen. I don't know what to say, guys. Like, this is just deja vu all over the place. And these guys are just putting out an absolute clinic on how to give up possession in 1v1 and how to miss power shots in 1v1. Lethamyr got a little bit unfortunate with how that ball bounced, but it's no problem, because he just beans Sebadam at the near post. Let's see what Lethamyr saw here. Okay. Easiest goal. Oh dear. You humiliated yourself when you matched up with Lethamyr in twos? There you go, that's what I like to hear. These guys, of course, they are very, very solid players. They're both top 20 1v1 players on the ladder. This has not been a good showcase for them, but I'm just being brutally honest with you guys, and I'm sure that they would, both these guys would admit themselves that these are not even close to their best games. But that's just what I do. I'm just very honest. That's not in, is it? Okay. That would have been the worst goal of the series. For sure. Just a 50-50 right into the net. Have I heard the rumors about people using DS3 controllers to now they are apparently faster at turning? They've been faster at turning for a while, I believe. You can use like DS4 tool to make your DS4 more responsive if you want. Like, you can make the analog stick and the triggers more quick on the response time. Oh, get rinsed, Lethamyr! Sebadam should stop this ball on the goal line. Yep, there he is. He's making Lethamyr come back to defend. I love it. Beautiful. 10 out of 10. I'm so glad that Sebadam remembered that this is a play. Very, very good. Says Lethamyr's just AFK at the halfway line, waiting for Sebadam to score, and Sebadam says, no, my friend, I'm already winning. Why would I score the open net? I'll stop the ball on the goal line, make you come back and own goal it. That's what I like to see. Very good. I love that. I was like, oh, please do it, and he does it. I was like, yes. Such a good move. Make the other player come back, and then score right as he arrives. It's like actually a good play. Nice turning by Sebadam. One of the best power sliders in 1v1 when he's on form. He's got a very solid power slide. Like, he's just boosting. As soon as his car is facing the direction that he wants to be going in, hits that boost, doesn't let go. It's the fastest way to turn around. Much better than half flipping in reverse. Or, you know, half flipping and landing in reverse. Hey, yo, like 3 months in a row.
Good work, my boy _ I Kappa.
Kappa? What do you mean, Kappa? Does that mean you don't want me to keep up the good work? I'll definitely keep up the good work, my friend. Thanks for the resub, I appreciate you, man. 3 months in a row. Enjoy the new... what do you call it? Enjoy the new chat icon. Oh, Zket actually managed to finish the face. Holy cow, he did it. You even got a boy hello in the middle. My goodness. Sebadam's rinsing Lethamyr right now. Looking a lot more on point. He's still, you know, there's not been a perfect game by any means. A lot of misplays by Sebadam, but he's been able to out-pressure Lethamyr for the most part. It seems like in the playstyles, as they match up, Lethamyr... Oh, what a finish by Sebadam! Beautiful shot in his own top corner. He says, great pass. Right here, you see Lethamyr spots his teammate in front of him. Sebadam says, easiest goal of my life, top corner. Upper 90! As you would say. Oh, Tarziak's done it! Incredible. Tarziak with the completed boy hello. 3v3. 3x3. But yeah, what can we learn from these games? Like, I'll reiterate the main points. Oh, beautiful keepy ups by Sebadam. But yeah, Sebadam needs to hit his power shots. Lethamyr needs to be more aggressive. And both players need to stop giving up possession for free, because they are definitely just giving each other the ball too easily. There's been very few times in this series where somebody's had consistent pressure. You know, just shot after shot, dribble after dribble, taking all the boosts away from their opponent, controlling the possession. It's very back and forth, lots of turnovers because neither player is shooting at the near post very much. Neither player is, you know, incorporating backflip dribbles, backflip shots into their play. We saw Sebadam try one backflip shot and it didn't work because he backflipped too soon before he'd even hit the ball, which of course is not how you're supposed to do backflip shots. Oh dear. Yeah, don't know what to say about this one. Sebadam, if he just front flips, he would have hit this ball, but he flipped away from it for some reason. No YouTube notification? There is a YouTube notification actually. I put one up. I did. Yeah, Sebadam just flipping away from the ball there. I feel like he might have been a little bit off on his initial jump. He wanted a slightly better line. But right there, you see what I mean? If Sebadam just shoots at near post more, Lethamyr is committing into the middle of his goal pretty early. Like, he's inside the posts a lot when he's goalkeeping. He's already inside the near post. So if Sebadam just shoots near post, then Lethamyr will have a really tough clear. He will not be able to clear the ball very easily at all. But Sebadam just keeps shooting far post, and Lethamyr's lunging across and collecting the ball. Oh, is he managed to get that on target? It's a good effort by Lethamyr. It was scoreable. Tough one, but it was scoreable. You finished the boy hello 3x3 in Soda Poppin's chat. How did you manage that in Soda Poppin's chat? Was it offline? How on earth did he manage it in his chat? Alright, let's see what went wrong here for Sebadam. Alright, just another horrendous challenge. A couple of very bad challenges by Sebadam this game. And JW Frogger88, thanks for the sub, man. I really appreciate you. Welcome to the stream. If you have never subbed before, I'm really sorry. And that's another thing I have to say is you know, it's a good problem to have, but it's super hard to remember all my subs these days because you guys have multiplied. Oh dear. Sebadam, impatience again, not waiting for the bounce shot, but Lethamyr's missed the goal. Oh no! What a disaster. Exactly what I talked about earlier. Missing the goal by a tiny little fraction can be worse than missing it by a larger amount because the ball is going to clear itself. Oh my goodness. Sebadam did well not to own goal it, but Lethamyr missing on the open net. Not what I like to see, dude. Not what I like to see. Do I think having jump on a paddle on the Elite controller is a good idea? No. Probably not. I feel like I can twitch my thumb a lot faster than I can twitch my fingers. Maybe that's just me though. If I was a controller player. Lethamyr turning around a lot earlier in the midfield than he would have in the previous games. I like that adaptation. Sebadam was definitely caught off guard by that. Decent save by Sebadam. Lethamyr didn't get the best angle on the shot. But this is sort of the aggression that I want to see Lethamyr. There we go. He's actually just pressured Sebadam into giving him the ball, which he didn't do the best air dribble with it. But I definitely want to see more of that style of play from Lethamyr. He's been backing off a lot in the games that Sebadam has won. And he's just, oh, look out, on goal, potentially. Sebadam did not see that coming. He was going over to the right hand side of the field to try and meet Lethamyr where he was going to clear the ball. Oh, nice delay on the dodge by Sebadam. Waited for the jump from Lethamyr, put the ball behind him. I feel like Lethamyr should have just challenged right there, though. That was his misplay. Again, a little bit too passive. And lunging across the goal, Sebadam shoots near post, or just behind him. Which, you know, they both accomplish the same thing. Shooting behind the goalkeeper is the whole point of shooting at the near post. Sebadam definitely making the right option right there. Oh, the bump! That was really nice by Sebadam. If he meant to do this, then kudos, because that was a really, really nice bump. Lethamyr beating the clear, but that was a good bump into the shot. One motion for both actions. Hey, thanks for the cheers, Fardal Turtle. What is my opinion on the word lull? It's dick in Dutch. Lull's hilarious. It's probably the best emote on Twitch right now. You have your air roll on up D-pad. Is that a good thing? Probably not. The paddle where your middle finger lays. I prefer jumping on a button. Yeah, Sebadam just had to probably read that play. Tough to get up in time to save that air dribble unless he reads what Lethamyr is going to do. Like playing reactively from that range, it's not going to work very often. Is Sebadam going to get the ground shot? No, he won't. Definitely needing some work are Sebadam's ground shots. He is looking a bit impatient on them. Like very, very eager to make the hit, and then he sometimes just hits the ball just before it's bounced up high enough to get a proper arc on it, and it goes a bit lower than he wants. Like, you don't need to hit the ball right after it bounces. It's less about the, like, obviously hitting it right after it bounces. Oh, feels backflip man for Sebadam. But yeah, ground shots are less about hitting it right after it bounces, and they're more about hitting the correct part of the ball. As long as the ball is on its upward bounce, like it's bounced and now it's going back up, if you can just hit the right area on the ball, that's the key for the ground shot. The only reason that hitting it right after it bounces is advantageous is just so you can get the shot off at the earliest possible moment. That's a timing thing. It doesn't change the arc of the ball in any way. The arc of the ball is only affected by the part of the ball that you hit. So that's the key that Sebadam needs to focus on, is just hit the right part of the ball, because right now he's not letting the ball bounce up high enough. Already, Lethamyr not respecting Sebadam right here. Yeah, Sebadam could definitely let the ball bounce up higher when he's going for his ground shots, and just focus on hitting that right where Australia would be. If the ball was a world map, or if the ball was a world globe, then he just needs to smash Australia as hard as he can. Just smack it. When you play 1v1, you're a fairly good ground shooter. You always get beat in corners. Any tips? What do you mean? You always get beat in the opposition corner or in your corner? If you're getting beat in your corner, try not to sit so much in the near post, because you're probably just getting the ball go over your head and getting outplayed in that regard. If you're struggling to turn possession in the opposition corner into a goal, then what I'd recommend is just try to get used to dribbling the ball back into your own half and turning around the possession. Yeah, Sebadam's just going to stop this in the goal line again. Really smart play. Really, really smart play. Lethamyr's going to have to go back here or just concede the game. The only way... Don't score it, Sebadam. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yes! Don't score. Don't score. No! Resist! You've won the game. Don't score. Lethamyr is... said he's not going to go. He's conceded the game. Yo, here he comes. Look out. Nice. Nice job by Sebadam. I applaud Sebadam. I applaud Sebadam for not scoring that goal, because that is exactly how I would expect him to play that game if there was money on the line. That's exactly how I'd expect him to play that position if there was rank points on the line. Good that we're getting to see some consistent BM from Sebadam. Lethamyr just waiting for Sebadam to roll it in. Sebadam says, no, 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 my friend, I will stop the ball in your goal line, and then you will have to come back and defend, because I've already got the game won. You don't need to score another goal, just stop it and let the clock win the game for you. That's what I like to see. But yeah, I've been talking a lot about Sebadam because he had some horrendous games at the start. So we've been talking a lot about Sebadam this series. I don't want to neglect Lethamyr. But yeah, the main thing for Lethamyr, he just needs to be more aggressive. He's giving Sebadam too much space to do what he wants. Sebadam's just having his way right now. And of course, in the games that Sebadam lost, Lethamyr did the same thing. He backed off, but then Sebadam's shooting was so bad that Lethamyr just had a ton of free goals because he was like, well, Sebadam missed the ball, I'm going to score. Oh, Sebadam passed the ball to me, I'm going to score. Oh, Sebadam hit the post, I'm going to score. You know, he hit the post and he's really out of position, I'm going to score. So that's the reason why Lethamyr was able to crush 2 games and now lose in 4. Is because this defensive playstyle, backing off and letting Sebadam do his thing, is kind of giving Sebadam all the cards and saying, well, Sebadam, you deal the cards, and if you deal them well, you win. If you don't, I win. So now Lethamyr's got to think, well, Sebadam's starting to deal pretty well. He's shuffled the deck this time. He's rigged it. Oh, get rinsed! Lethamyr gets done. Oh, that's a terrible way to start the game. Again though, Lethamyr's so hesitant to challenge. So hesitant. He just needs to face the ball and go for it like a man. That's just asking to get GFFB'd, man. Best of 10. It's just however many games these guys want to play. I don't boss players around too much these days. Just let them do their thing. You guys maybe don't realize that pro players who are top 1v1 players will scrim like best of 14s, best of 15s. They'll do tons of games against each other off stream. And obviously playing on stream can be a bit more tiring and pressures him. Nice, Sebadam's doing it again. He's making Lethamyr come back to defend, just wasting a couple of seconds. We're letting the clock help him out here because he's already in the lead. There you go, Lethamyr has to come back because Sebadam's just going to stop the ball in the goal line. That's fantastic to see Sebadam using that strategy so consistently. Really well done. Best of an even number? Yeah, I mean, who's to say that you just have a tie game? Hey, Ferda Turtle, thanks for the 100 bits again. Another 100 bits. I appreciate that, dude. How much supply of beans are we on? What do you mean? Yeah, Sebadam's definitely up to this game. He's feeling warm right now, I'm sure, because he said that he needed to warm up. And yeah, we're seeing a very different Sebadam right now than we did earlier. He thought that ball was going to roll up the wall. I'm not sure why, because it was pretty high. Lethamyr waiting too long on most of his dribbles. Sebadam's had a pretty easy time challenging him because he's just turning and going for the ball. Oh my goodness, this such a quick stutter in the camera. So Lethamyr just needs to make up his mind a lot sooner about what he wants to do. Just pick a play and go for it, like whether it be a shot or a flick or a dribble. There we go, just quick execution. Chooses what to do and sticks with it. Top 3 flaws in Sebadam's and Lethamyr's 1v1 game. Well, I mean, when they were going wrong, I've already said Sebadam was missing his power shots by air rolling forward and hitting the ball with the roof of his car. And he was also passing the ball to his opponent by missing the ball entirely. And yeah, for Lethamyr, just being too passive and being a little bit predictable in goal at times. Sebadam started to get a good read on Lethamyr's goalkeeping positioning, putting the ball behind him a lot more, because Lethamyr's actually rushing across the goal quite a lot, trying to get a head start on those far post saves by just moving across preemptively. Why doesn't Cox play free anymore? Because he's focusing on 3v3 and winning RLCS, which is absolutely fine. Alright, one kickoff goal to give Sebadam the lead. That's a pretty even kickoff, but Sebadam just transitioning it. And there we go. So we see him actually, he leaned back a little bit before going for that forward dodge into the ball. So correcting that earlier mistake that we saw from him where he's, you know, air rolling forward, leaning forward if you will. And again, there we go. Beautiful power shot. Finally Sebadam's starting to hit these shots, which is good to see because he was missing these earlier. And now he's just slapping it straight into the goal. Very nice. Consistent power shooting is such a massive part of 1v1s. If you could just consistently hit the ball hard into the open net at every opportunity that you have one, you'll be amazed how many times you'll just score the goal where the opponent can't even defend his net because he's not able to get back in time. Like if you could just smash the ball really, really, really hard at every opportunity that you're given, then you're going to profit hugely. Oh, nice demo by Sebadam. Lethamyr getting the bad spawn. Oh, so Sebadam could have just had a open net shot if he hit the bottom left corner. It would not have been savable. That's why I said the bad spawn for Lethamyr, because there was a position that Sebadam could shoot which would not be savable. If Lethamyr spawned at the near post, he could have, you know, cut that angle, met the ball halfway. In theory, nice save by Sebadam, getting a solid hitbox on that. Not sure why he used all his boost there. It should have been pretty obvious to him that Lethamyr was going to beat him to that one, and Lethamyr should profit here. If not by a goal, certainly with more pressure. Looks like he's given up the ball though. Sebadam's just giving it straight back to give himself a chance to get boost though. So this is a bit improved situation for Sebadam than what he had previously, because at least he has boost now. And Lethamyr shooting far post. I want to see more near post shots from both of these guys. I've said it before and I'll say it again, far post shots, if the goalkeeper does save it, the ball naturally clears itself, which is not what you want if you're going to get continued attack in 1v1. Lethamyr going for a fake, and then he realized it wasn't going to work, just got behind the ball and tried to 50-50 it. It's a really good shot by Sebadam actually. He's forced a tough save from Lethamyr. Now he can just steal every single boost. He actually left a small pad, which is a misplay. He should have used some of his boost just to take that small pad off the map, because Lethamyr had nothing at all. Sebadam drove in front of Lethamyr's net and took every boost pad in front of the net. So Lethamyr would have had absolutely nothing. Oh, okay, it was a promising start to that dribble then. Sebadam just killed the bounce, but this is, you know, still fine for him. Not much time left on the clock, so he just needs to play very safe and he'll be fine. That's not a good touch by Lethamyr. It's going to waste a lot of time, because now he has to get around the ball before he can even do anything. Yeah, Lethamyr just needs to act a lot quicker. This game he did not make up his mind fast enough about what he wants to do. Just needs to shoot quicker if he is planning to shoot, and he needs to dribble quicker if he wants to plan on dribbling, and challenge quicker if he wants to plan on challenging. So right now he's just getting beaten to the ball, and Sebadam's just making better, faster decisions. You know, he's just being more proactive when he's on the ball, which is how you want to play. Lethamyr's going to BRB. Looks like he might switch car again. He's not had a lot of success since he switched to the Octane. He wanted to switch to the Octane, I believe, just to get better 50-50s, but since he's done that, he's not been able to go for any ball carries like he was going for earlier. So I'm interested to see what he's going to come back with. Will it be the Batmobile? Will it be the Breakout? What happened to the cartoon style Mr. Bean emote? It was actually too what do you call it? Difficult to see. It was too difficult to see. Okay, it's the Dominus actually. Okay. I'm not sure if I didn't say Dominus. Dominus is always going to be an option. So how is this going to affect Lethamyr's? Another far post shot for Sebadam. I don't like that because he can't follow it up with an aerial because he's not got the angle. Come on, Sebadam, start shooting near post, mate. And Ghost Leader 97, thanks for the sub. I really appreciate that, dude. Twitch Prime coming in clutch. Welcome to the stream, my man. It's a bad first touch by Sebadam right here. Just kind of... He didn't lead the ball up the wall. He just let it fall in front of his goal. Change your overlay. Isn't it right? Isn't it Lethamyr 2, Sebadam 5? Isn't that correct? I thought it was right. What did I do wrong about the overlay? Nice shot by Sebadam. There we go. Power shot in the open net. Really, really good hit. Lethamyr did not expect this one. He could have gone for... Oh no, he actually couldn't have even got a hit in the ball. He tried. I felt like he could have... I felt like he could have got in the way of that, but it looks like Sebadam just ripped the shot too early. Just unsavable. Well, unsavable once Lethamyr had committed hard to that position. This is good for Lethamyr though. He's got the boost right here. Solid 50-50s by Sebadam, but Lethamyr with the boost will be able to get the easy outplay. There we go. Composure, even slowing the ball down a tiny little bit, maybe wasting an extra second in the clock. Hey, Ferdal Turtle, thanks for the shares and see you later, man. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Alright, so Sebadam getting a quick rebuttal to that one. Yeah, Lethamyr has to touch that ball. He's done that a few times. He just goes past the ball into his corner. While he's passing by that ball, he just needs to dink it up in the air to make it more awkward for Sebadam to shoot. That's the second or third time that he's made that same misplay. Like, he sees the ball, and then he thinks, yeah, that's a tough shot. Oh, then goes around it and realizes it's not as hard a shot as he expected. Does Sebadam use Luchino's camera settings? I don't think so. This looks much more zoomed out than Luchino. This is scoreable for Lethamyr. Tough to get the power, but he's just got enough on it. He didn't air roll around it. Good flick though, there we go. Just nice proactive play. Getting the ball up in the air fast as he can. There's been far too many times where Lethamyr's just left the ball on top of his car and Sebadam's come in and dunked on him for free. So good to see Lethamyr playing a lot more proactively in attack right now. That is what he needs to be doing. And that's actually an adaptation defensively by Lethamyr. Not sure if you guys noticed his positioning when Sebadam is going for the shot. I'm like holding in a sneeze right now, but I'm not sure if you guys can tell. My goodness. Ugh. My sneezes annoying me. Oh no. Something about Glasgow. What was that? Oh my goodness, look how red my nose is. Look how red my nose is. I'll read the end of that. You're fake Glasgow. Oh, how you doing, man? Awesome Shark9. Thanks for the donation. I appreciate that. Whoa. Oh, that sneeze was pestering me for ages. I don't even remember what I was talking about. What was I talking about before that happened? Lethamyr just missed the ball again. Rip. Lethamyr's not going to be happy with himself. What was I talking about before the sneeze mega distracted me? Oh yeah, it's Lethamyr's goalkeeper positioning. It was pretty smart. He's been getting across into the goal pretty much every time Sebadam's been approaching him with a dribble. But that time he actually waited slightly outside the goal, which is a good adaptation. Forcing Sebadam to maybe think about shooting into that far post, which wasn't working for him earlier. He's trying to get one step ahead though, because I've been saying that Sebadam needs to shoot near post, shoot near post. Right there, Lethamyr is defending his near post very well, so maybe he's listening. Who knows? We're going to analyze the RLCS games this past weekend? Probably not. I want to do some casting on live show matches. That was a good shot by Seb, just spotting the gap, the far post. Could Sebadam or Lethamyr save this? I got a feeling he could have. Yep, just a bit of a wide line. Should not be going for that boost. It was pretty close, but he didn't quite reach it. Oh, I got 20k subs on YouTube. Thanks a lot, guys. If anybody here has recently subbed to YouTube, thank you so much. That's a crazy milestone. I never expected that. Really, I honestly never expected that to happen, like, at all. Never mind, like, so soon. That's pretty cool. Lethamyr failing on the mind game. He was trying to get Sebadam to jump and then just roll it underneath him, but Sebadam's got the nerves of steel. Not falling for that one. Feels side flip man for Lethamyr actually working out in his favor. I want to see him do something proactive here. He's waiting for Sebadam to make his move, but he should just flick the ball. Sebadam's not throwing himself into challenges very much. Well, he's not throwing himself into challenges enough to merit this sort of really delayed approach that Lethamyr is opting for. How on earth did that ball get so much power? That was crazy. Where's Seb in the 1v1 leaderboards? Like 15th? He's definitely top 20. Do I know any other good players from Italy apart from Cucks? The next best players are like MX22 and Lamix. They play in an Italian 3s tournament with Cucks there. They're pretty good. Well, 0 GRL. I mean, the guys who got me from 1900 to 20k today, if any of those guys are here, I was just giving them a special shout out, you know? But now the ball spinning days. Man, that's a long time ago. Seb is 23. Okay, he's 23rd in the leaderboard. Never mind. He's let slip on his kickoff mechanics a tiny little bit. Lethamyr's back into this all of a sudden. There we go. A much more disciplined kickoff from Sebadam. Horrendous landing though. It's a little bit unfortunate. It just lands right on top of his opponent. I always feel like that happens to me more often when I'm playing against a long car like this. Good play by Sebadam. Just meeting Lethamyr in the middle of the air, well backwards. Alright, Sebadam just missed his opportunity to challenge, but it doesn't matter because his goalkeeping was good enough. there wasn't really much way that Lethamyr could get the ball past him in the position that we just saw. I really feel like Sebadam could have just thrown a challenge in, and it would have been more than fine. But, oh, what a shot, Lethamyr. Really nice finish. Sebadam did not expect this one. Oh, that was just great timing on the flip. Really nice shot right there. 1900 to 20k, the consistent math skills. I think I missed a subscriber as well. I got distracted. My bad. Who was it? I'm pretty sure I missed a sub. Yeah, the VX Storm. You're still here. I'm sorry I missed you. I got distracted when you subbed. But I appreciate that, man. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for the support. Sorry that I missed you again. We've got a tie game here. Oh, never mind. Sebadam. Right underneath the crossbar. Me and Lethamyr both thinking this was going to hit the bar. Sebadam saying, you're not the only one who can shoot quickly after coming down off the wall. That was beautiful. So tough to get in the right position and also not beam the flip when you come down off the wall like that. Really difficult skill. Something that I've always felt the SART veterans are way better at for some reason. Sebadam get that boost? Yeah, he did. Okay. I thought he did, but you've always got to wait and make sure. When does Seb start killing Leth? It's when he stopped missing the ball and passing the ball to Lethamyr. Oh, a smart play by Sebadam. He's already in the lead, so he just waits in the corner for Lethamyr to come forward. Oh my guys, Sebadam here! No, not quite. Not quite. He went for it though. I mean, he got the ball on the ground, so the W's in the bag. Win is a win. But yeah, this has turned into an extremely one-sided series. Lethamyr took game 1. And then Sebadam took game 2. Lethamyr took game 3, and then Sebadam's won 5 games in a row. Lethamyr desperately wanting to get a win just so he can finish off with something. But Sebadam is just demolishing him right now. And I really feel like this playstyle matchup, when you have a defensive player like Lethamyr, and I'm calling him a defensive player because he backs off more than he goes for aggressive challenges. When you have that matched up against an aggressive player like Sebadam, who is, you know, opting into 50-50s and challenges more than he's backing off. Oh, no fast aerial for Sebadam. Noteworthy. Yeah, aggressive players will usually come out against on top of defensive players if the mechanics are even on both sides. If the mechanics are even on both sides, then the aggressive player will win most of the time. That's what we're seeing here. It's just Sebadam is having his way with Lethamyr. Oh, is he going to get the save? Yes, he will. He had to slow down there not to own goal. Yeah, Lethamyr just needs to be faster. He's not getting the ball under control quick enough, and it is difficult. Oh, Sebadam avoiding getting tripped up by the post right there. It is difficult to get the ball under control with the Dominus compared to other cars. For some reason, the ball just never settles on top of the Dominus, in my opinion. It bounces around a lot, jiggles around. Not the greatest clear by Sebadam, but it's enough. Lethamyr didn't go deep into the midfield. Sebadam's out of boost though, so he's got to be careful. It's a great fake challenge by Sebadam. That was really well done. He completely fooled Lethamyr. Lethamyr's like, are you really going to challenge here? And then he passed the ball. Oh no, we've got game 1 and 3. Sebadam is back. He did so well. The challenge was really spot on. Or, you know, he faked the challenge, got Lethamyr to really think that he was going to challenge at the time that he wasn't, and then he just took the ball for free, and then he slammed it off the post like a human being man. I don't know why he would do that, but there you go. That's much better by Lethamyr though. In goal. Right, are we going to see consistent pressure for one of the rare times in this series? Looks like we are. 3 shots in a row from Sebadam. 4 shots in a row, so there we go, some consistent pressure, none of them converting into a really dangerous chance, but that's definitely promising that he's able to get some consistent pressure like that, because he's been lacking in that department. Most of the time he's just, you know, scoring with better conversion rate. Nice demo, and again, recovering to get around the ball, make sure that he doesn't own goal. Much better hit on that ball. Oh my goodness! Is he gonna get it? No, Lethamyr with the recovery and the save. What a save. Sebadam nearly nailing that ground shot. Like I talked about earlier, he didn't flip super early. He didn't hit the ball right on the pixel that it bounced on the ground. He just waited for it to come up, smash Australia right in the nose. Oh, Zedcat's pretty good at the face, not gonna lie. Keeps doing that. So Sebadam's ground shots are looking better as the series progresses, because he's not rushing it as much as he was earlier. But right now, Sebadam's down by 3. Is he going to be able to make a comeback? Right now, it's not looking bright. This could be 4-0. Oh, not the great shot by Lethamyr. Probably one of the worst shots imaginable, in fact. Okay, first touch to the right by Lethamyr. I don't know why he did that. If he did it left, it would have been like he saw Sebadam turning away, like assuming the shadowing position on the left-hand side of the field. So I feel like touching the ball to the left would have been better there for Lethamyr, because then he would have a guaranteed hit behind where Sebadam was positioned. That's a really nice first touch. This is dangerous. Sebadam, look out. He's not going to be able to recover. Really nice first touch on the aerial off the wall. That's just really, really impressive. Positioning it perfectly to just get behind and accelerate that ball, I think at least 4 times. It's all about the first touch though for the off the wall air dribbles. It's all about the first touch. Just shooting the ball off the wall into a position where you can jump off by matching the speed of the ball. Sebadam just takes the ball. That was like the definition of taking the ball from your opponent. Just go in, bump him out of the way, come away with the ball. He's killed the bounce dribble though, has Sebadam. Sebadam's always so eager to hit the ball the split second after it bounces, and I don't know why. He can definitely slow down on the approach, hit it a tiny bit after it bounces. No need to hit it right after. Obviously, if you're playing as fast as possible, you hit it the split second after it bounces. Oh my goodness, Lethamyr with a pinch shot over the crossbar, but that was pretty close. He had the angle right. The angle was on point. You know, I will give him credit for that, because I know a lot of players practice scoring pinches from that position. And Sebadam doing exactly what happens to me whenever I go for the bump, is you just get bumped, so feels bad, man. And there we go, Lethamyr with some more, bar down. Some more proactive play from Lethamyr though, much better. Another one-sided game, this time in Lethamyr's favor. He's been going down, I think 5 times in a row now, but eventually looks like he's going to get his way, have his way with Sebadam. Good that Sebadam's not been having that weird kickoff bug that we saw earlier. I feel like Sebadam might have had a shot angle there. Sebadam's very comfortable dribbling the ball back into his own half from Lethamyr's corner. Somebody asked earlier, what do you do if you get stuck in the opposition corner and you don't know how to score? Well, just get comfortable dribbling the ball back into your half like this. You've got to be really good at turning to face the ball. That's the key. You need to be able to dribble the ball back, turn to face the ball, and then either make a challenge or take a shot or start a dribble. We're seeing Sebadam do that a lot. He just nips in, steals the boost, takes the ball to the halfway line, turns around very, very quickly, and assumes his, or reassumes his attack. It's a bit of a weird challenge there about Sebadam, or light throw off. Is Lethamyr going to shut him down? Bit of a spinny celebration. He's happy that he's won the game after losing 5 in a row. Helps Sebadam keep it up, but it's to no avail. 5-0, and Lethamyr will take a game. And yeah, Lethamyr's not playing a best of. Well, thank goodness, because we're not going to do a best of 11. I was... Alright, so yeah, I was going to suggest that I look for another series to cast just for some variance. We don't want to be casting Lethamyr and Sebadam all night, but those are some really interesting games. It was very... Oh, thank you, Sebadam. It was very interesting to see Sebadam fixing the problems that he had in games 1 and 3. He addressed them very accurately. We saw a lot of missed power shots from Sebadam. We saw a lot of, like I was saying earlier, just mispositioning in Lethamyr's corner, getting way too over aggressive in the corner. So he kind of fixed those 2 issues, stopped giving away the ball, and then that kind of showed us the weaknesses in Lethamyr's play versus Sebadam's style, which is a little bit too passive and giving Sebadam too much space to just do what he wants. Yeah, Lethamyr, don't worry, you may be a potato, but you're a top 10 potato for now. So there you go.